winning versus development is a topic that is always talked about in youth sports. You know, I think the one thing that's needs to be, you know, said is that the game of soccer and any sport is when you play a match, you know, and you're keeping score, it's competitive. You know, but how the team plays to achieve that result is what I always observe. You know, and it's pretty easy for me to see when I go to a youth soccer game and see how a coach has set up their team and how their team is playing with the objective, are they trying to play the right way and teach the kids the right fundamentals? Have they taught them the fundamentals? Are they trying to? What they say on the sidelines, what is the information they're giving the kids from the sidelines? Are they coaching? Are they screaming? Coaching is completely different than yelling and screaming and motivating from the sideline. That to me is clear that winning is more important than development. I grew up in, you know, in an environment where, you know, we won all the time, but at the same time, yeah, we were very talented, but you know, I had coaches who were very clear that we would win and not play well, and it was more disappointing than just to say, oh, it doesn't matter, we won. So the idea of, you know, talking to kids, talking to the players, and regardless of what the result is, it's, well, how did we achieve that result? Because in sport, I always tell kids, pick up any newspaper, go online, on the internet, look at all the standings for soccer, basketball, baseball. They have 3 columns, most of them. They have W, L, and a T, win, loss, and ties. If anyone finds a team that doesn't have a loss, please come show me. But in sport, it's normal. You do not always win. But what I try to transmit to the team, to the parents that I'm able to influence, is how do we try to win? And you know, it's been very rewarding for me to see and have kids understand that when you play well and lose, that it's okay. And that is much more rewarding. It's even in my career. I've played games when I've played terrible, the teams played terrible and we won, and it drives me crazy. I'm not happy. I can't wait. I want to play well and win. Ultimately, I think that's what we're striving for in a team sport. In a team sport, you want to win and play well, and that's why Barcelona is loved so much. It's not their winning that we admire as soccer fans. It's the way they win, and I think they're the best example right now of just that. And then that it's not the example that we're all going to try to play and be Barcelona because they have incredible players, but their philosophy is ultimately, yes, we have to compete, we have to win, but it is, how do we do that? And I think that's the ultimate judge for coaches and, again, parents. You know, are we winning and just playing ugly? Are we just defending in soccer and hoping that we win and steal a goal? Look, sometimes you play an opponent that's better, and that's the only way you have a chance to win. But ultimately, the development of players is what I love seeing. That's the most important part, especially at the younger ages. When you become a pro, it's all about winning and losing, and that's the fact. Once it becomes a profession, you know, you play great and lose, it's, well, you lost, you know. And but it is for me, sort of that ultimate goal where you want to play well and you want to win, and you know, whatever order you choose it, you know. But that's something that we got to continue to hammer home as a message, because again, we have new coaches that always come in. You know, they feel success and they might be able to, you know, trick the parents into thinking, well, we were 10-0, we won the league, you know, but that's not what you should be judged on. And you know, hopefully parents understand that, because for me it's the most important message, is really how you're playing the game and how you're developing. Is your child getting better? Is he enjoying it? And you know, I think it's if we're able to somehow manage that message to coaches, and really above anything, I think as a sport, soccer, players will become much, much better. We'll have more talented players, and you know, I benefited from that. My dad was a coach until I was about 15, 16 years old, and you know, after in the car, we could win 4-0, and he would say, you know, you could have played better. It wasn't like, oh yeah, great, you won, great job, that's it. He would talk about certain plays and little nuances of the game. When you passed it there, what were you thinking? I think, again, the best approach to any coaching or parent is just to ask them questions. Never tell them what to do. Ask them questions. What were you thinking there? What were you trying to do? Make the player think. It's to me, there's no other game where you have to think as much as soccer. And so, always putting little questions to kids, what could you have done there? You try to do that, but what could you have done? Make them think. Don't tell them what to do all the time. And I think that to me falls in the category of development. And the other side of it, of do this, do that, shoot, cross it, get back, clear it, all these kind of messages it's just the message of trying to win.